Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Diego Knows. I am, of course, Diego. And today I'm going to continue talking about one of the worst pieces of shit fucking chick flick movies ever made, Pretty Woman, the movie that fucked up almost as many women as Oprah did. All right. This movie is from 1990, directed by Gary Marshall. Yes, the brother of Laverne from Laverne and Shirley. Okay, and it's written by some fucking gay guy. Who gives a shit? All right. It stars Richard Gere, who was a movie star at the time, and of course Julia fucking big ass fucking mouth Roberts, who was not a movie star at the time, but became one after this movie. All right. This movie influenced a lot of women out there. It's definitely up there in the top 10 greatest chick flicks of all time, which means that it sucks, I think. Okay, I've seen some good chick flicks though. Okay, this ain't one of them. This is very unrealistic. Okay, now it's not as bad as Sex and the City so far. Okay, but it does send the wrong message. The premise is completely unbelievable. You know, I know they're drawing off of Cinderella as she has a modern day Cinderella, but no, it's both. Cinderella pretended to be a royalty to get fucking, she basically catfished the prince, okay? That's the reason he liked her, and he ended up wanting to keep her. Once he found out that she was some fucking commoner, you know, living with her fucking stepsisters and shit, you know, he still wanted her, you know, because he was already above her, all right? Social wise, economic wise, you know, so okay, that's more believable, okay, than this, okay? This guy already knows she didn't disguise herself as a fucking as a multimillionaire fucking heiress or anything like that. No. Okay, she came to him as she was, a street hooker. Okay, so it's not the same premise as fucking as Cinderella. Okay, so that right there, the premise is all fucking wrong. This would never happen in real life, but it's a chick flick, so just go with it. Okay, like you do with all chick flicks, just go with it. All right. Yes, I know there's a lot of guy movies that are unbelievable. At least we know they're unbelievable. We know that going in, we know that going out. Okay. There's no man out there that's going to meet all the fucking standards of fucking Ed Lewis. Okay, it's not going to fucking happen. Okay, that's some Christian Grey fucking 50 Shades of shit bullshit right there. Okay, I'm sorry, but Prince Charming, he ain't real, bitches. He ain't real. Okay, he's not. Sorry, he's not. You want to waste your life looking for him? You ain't ever gonna fucking find him. Okay, he exists in your imagination. All right. Okay, now that we got that out of the way, I'm gonna give you a straight man's point of view of this movie, Pretty Woman. Okay, I do not censor myself. Okay, so if you're easily offended, if you're easily triggered, get the fuck out right now. I will not censor myself for you. I'm gonna tell you the straight guy's point of view, exactly what I think of this movie, the way I would tell it to another fucking guy. So if you can't handle it, get out. All right. Now this is part 4 of my review of Pretty Woman. So where we left off last time is Ed Lewis brought fucking Vivian Ward, the hooker, the cock smoking hooker, into his fucking penthouse in the hotel in Beverly Hills, his 5-star hotel, luxury fucking hotel. So she's all impressed by how beautiful the room is, and she already knows this guy's got money and shit. He already agreed to pay her $100 for her hour. He already paid her cash. She pulls out the condoms. You know, he's just like, no, hold on a second. He guys wants to slow down a bit, okay? He just wants to talk right now, okay? He orders some champagne. You know, he orders some champagne, some strawberries. We're about to come up the room. He just wants to talk right now, okay? She initially thought that he might be a lawyer, okay? And she thinks that he is a lawyer. He's like, really? You think I'm a lawyer? He doesn't tell her what he does. But he's like, you think I'm a lawyer? She's like, yeah. You know why? Because you got that sharp, useless look about you, okay? Now, the reason she insulted it's a light insult, okay? I'm not taking it personal, nothing like that, okay? It's a light insult, but the reason she feels she can talk to this guy this way is because she's very confident around men, okay? She mentioned earlier in the movie that her, these 5 guys that she probably gangbanged, okay, taught her about 4-cylinder fucking, stick shift vehicles, okay? So that's how she knew how to drive the Lotus, okay? Because these guys, okay, from fucking Willette, fucking Georgia, some fucking some hick town that she grew up in. Okay, so she's already comfortable being around guys. Now I did see her kind of act shy and nervous, like on Hollywood Boulevard, where all the hookers are. You know, like there's dead people there, there's drug addicts there, the cops are there. You know, all sorts of shady people are there. She was nervous and scared about that. You know, but when it comes to talking to a guy, she has no fear. She's not intimidated by men at all. Okay, and I think maybe that's something that Richard Gere, his character Ed Lewis, is not used to because he's a super rich guy. Everybody respects him. Everybody kisses his ass because he's a multi-millionaire. He's smart. He's attractive. He's straight. He's got no kids. Blah, blah, blah. You know, women fucking love him. Blah, blah, blah. You know, so he's used to people being intimidated by him and kissing his ass. This woman's not really doing that. She's not. Okay, which is different from what he's used to. Now, this movie's going to try to tell you, well, that's why he's in love with her, because she's not intimidated by. That's a bullshit fucking narrative. They try to pull that shit on Sex and the City too. Remember Samantha? Remember when she dated fucking Richard? Dick Wright? Remember Richard Wright? Remember how the first thing he told her is like, you're not intimidated by me. I like that about you. Bull fucking shit you do. Okay? Bull fucking shit. Okay? Guys with that high status, okay, are not necessarily attracted to women that fucking make fun of them and insult them. They're not attracted to that, okay? Unless she's joking about it, you know, whatever. If he's just meeting her and she starts off insulting him, that ain't gonna turn him on. He's used to better looking girls treating him fucking good, okay? I don't put up with this average bitch talking shit to me, okay? You see what I mean? So, so it's a bullshit narrative. Obviously, a gay guy wrote this. Okay, a guy who does not understand how straight guys are. Okay. No. The chick flick's gonna tell you that if a girl insults you, that turns the guy on, that gets his attention. No, it doesn't. It gets bad attention. Okay. Just like you ladies, you wouldn't want some fucking guy that was cute to come up to you and just and automatically call you fucking fat, would you? No, you would. Oh, I was just joking. I was just trying to break the. No, that's not how you break the ice. Okay. That's not how you break the ice. Okay, respect is mutual. Okay, you give, you get. Okay, if a guy approaches a girl, he's not gonna come up to her going, "Hey, you know what? You're kind of chunky for my taste, but I think you look good." You know, he's not gonna do that. Okay, so just like, and she's over here making knocks at him being, you know, not sophisticated, doesn't know how to drive a standard, doesn't know how to do a stick shift. You know, yeah, you got that stupid little fucking. You got that sharp, useless look about you. That's why I thought you were a lawyer. You know, I mean, she basically insulted him, okay? He's not used to that. He's not used to girls, much less a girl who's so beneath his social status to insult him like that. It takes some moxie to do that, all right? And she's got it, okay? So this movie's gonna make you think that that's what's getting him turned on to her, but it's not. It's not. The reason she's up there, straight man's point of view, is because he already fucking paid her, okay? And it's an easy lay. It's uncomplicated. He just broke up with his girlfriend a few hours ago over the phone, okay? And he doesn't give a shit. So, yeah, it's a fucking easy lay. You know, just chalk it up to me getting over my breakup. You know, that kind of thing. It's a fucking easy lay. She only wants $100. Shit, man. I don't wipe my ass with $100. That's nothing. Fuck yeah. Come on up. You know, might as well. It's better than jerking off in the hotel room. I'll just jerk off inside of you. He doesn't necessarily have respect for her, okay? He does. This movie's going to make it look like he does. He doesn't. He doesn't really have respect for her, okay? He might like her, but he doesn't necessarily see her as an equal, is what I'm trying to say, okay? Even though this movie will make you think that he does because of her personality. No, guys, we're not attracted to your personality. I mean, that's important. Don't get me wrong. The first thing we're attracted to is what you look like. After that, your personality. Okay, but we already know you're a fucking street hooker. Okay, who's just fucking covered in fucking. I know you use condoms. Okay, but come on. Okay, 100% of the time, bull fucking shit, dude. You got fucking AIDS. Okay, you got fucking AIDS. Okay, you're walking AIDS. If it ain't AIDS, the only reason you're fucking still alive is because the fucking gonorrhea, the chlamydia, and the fucking syphilis are all fighting the AIDS for dominance in your fucking snatch. That's why you're still alive. They're all trying to kill each other. All right. So anyway, so it's obvious she has a lot of confidence with this guy. She has no problem talking to men, shit talking to men. All right. The champagne and the strawberries arrive, and she's shocked that the room service guy is standing after he delivers the champagne and the strawberry. He's just standing there. And she's like, why are you standing here? Like she doesn't realize that you have to tip the guy, okay? Like I said, she has no culture. She has no culture, okay? So he's like, oh, God. So he tips the guy and then he leaves, okay? Because, yes, that's what you do. They don't just bring up your fucking food for free. You got to tip them. That's how they make their money, okay? So Ed gets a little bit personal with her. He tells her, and she's like, okay, well, I was a guy like you, not married, and I have a girlfriend? What's up with that? He's like, well, actually, yes and yes. Oh, so where are your wife and your girlfriend? Are they all shopping together right now? You know, it's like, no. My ex-wife right now is back in New York, okay, in my ex-house, in my ex-home that I bought. So he's been divorced. And his wife took him to the cleaners. Didn't I say that earlier? Didn't I fucking say that in my first video about this movie? Didn't I fucking say that? That's what he has nothing to gain by falling in love and marrying a girl. Didn't I say that? Because he has. And he lost the fucking house. Oh yeah, I should have mentioned New York is also a no-fault divorce state. Okay, so yes, of course she took the house that he paid for. Of course she did. Of course. Okay, so his ex-wife's living in his ex-home, and my ex-girlfriend is currently moving out of my apartment back in New York, which I'm pretty sure is a nice apartment. I'm sure it's probably as nice as this room. Okay, like I said, this guy's got means. Okay. She's moving out of my apartment in New York. Okay, and Viv starts chugging the champagne. She's not used to drinking champagne. She pours it in. She's like, whoa. That's not how you drink champagne. Okay, but she doesn't know that. She's not used to drinking champagne. That Dom Perignon, whatever. Okay, so Ed is not really impressed with how pedestrian. Okay, she is. Okay, this girl is. I'm gonna say it. Okay, I'm not trying to offend anybody. The girl's white trash. She's white trash. Okay. To someone like him, absolutely. Okay. He's so beneath her socially, economically, that he's just like, I'm not saying he's not frustrated by looking at her, by watching her do these things. I think he's more like intrigued a little bit, like maybe like, oh my God. And he's also a bit disgusted, I think, like, oh my God, really? Like, you don't even know how to fucking drink champagne. Realistically, at least, this is what a guy like this would think about her, about Vivian. Oh my God, really? You can't even fucking drink champagne the right way. Oh my God, what, did you grow up in a barn? She probably did. Millette, Georgia, where the fuck that is. Okay, Ed, he's not impressed by her, okay? She doesn't know how to fucking drink champagne the right way. Okay, so Ed asks her, he said, hey, you know what? And maybe he's just being charitable. I think that, I think he understands that he feels sorry for her, which is very hard. Okay, no pun intended. Okay, but it's very hard to be aroused by someone and feel pity for them at the same time. I'm not saying it can't be done, but I think what's going through his head is like, okay, I already paid her to fuck me. I know she's gonna fuck me once I make the move. Okay, but damn it, this girl doesn't even know how to drink champagne. I feel bad just sending her back out to Hollywood Boulevard tonight. I should at least pay her some money. I mean, I'm paying her what she asked me to, but fuck it, I can give her more money. What the fuck? I'll give her whatever she wants. Okay, I don't want. I feel like an asshole because I'm so above her that, here I am. I brought her up to my room and I'm showing her all these things that she's not used to. And and she's trying to keep up this tough face in front of me. But like, act like she's on my level. But she's not, and I don't want her to leave. Like knowing that, she's broke and she's got to go fucking sell her. At least let me give her make it worth her while. Okay, she asked me for $100, which I can tell is a lot for her. It ain't shit to me, so fuck it, dude. I'll just, and I'm gonna fuck her anyway. So what's another few $100s? It's no big deal. I can afford it. I'm sure the champagne costs more than what she's gonna ask me for. Okay, he's like, yeah, sir. He's like, hey, how much would it be, Vivian, for you to stay all night? And she's like, oh, he said it was $100 a night, $100 an hour. He's like, well, how much for all night? 300. He's like, done. Okay. So he finds it amusing. So like I said, he's just gonna buy her time, before he sends her back out there. Okay. So he finds it amusing to talk to this poor white trash girl. Okay. For whatever reason, I guess it's just he's not used to talking to someone like this. He's not used to associating with someone like this. He doesn't know people like this in his real life. So he's looking at her like a zoo animal, like a purse puppy. Oh, look at this little white trash hooker that I picked up. Hey, yeah, I know. Hey, what does she like to eat? What do you like to eat, huh? That kind of thing, which is disgusting. It really is. But that's kind of like how he sees her. He doesn't see her like on his level, like I said before. Okay, she's a very simple person. Her needs are very simple compared to his. He's not used to it. Okay. Now Vivian goes to the bathroom later because she, like I said, she chugged the champagne. She goes to the bathroom okay, and she pulls something out of her purse. He follows her in the bathroom, and she turns around and puts her hand back behind her back, and he thinks it's drugs. He's like, "Whoa, whoa, what's that behind your back?" He's like, "Oh, it's nothing. It's nothing." He goes, no drugs. No, I don't allow drugs here. Okay, he doesn't drink either, by the way. I don't like drugs here. Okay, grab your drugs and grab your money and get the fuck out. And she's like, no, it's just dental floss. He's like, oh. He's like, yeah, it's just dental floss. I don't do drugs. I've done drugs since I was 14. Oh, okay. So she doesn't do drugs either. Oh, okay. She's one of the good hookers. Oh my God. I'm waiting for fucking aliens to start shooting outside the window. Okay, let's get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Okay. Yeah, she's got floss. He's like, oh, it's on the seeds from the strawberries. You know, he's like, oh, okay. She's like, what? You want to watch me floss? He's like, what? You want to watch me floss? He fucking leaves. Realistically, she would have had drugs. Okay, it would have been drugs. Come on. I have known a few women. Not that I solicited them, but I have known a few women that did this. Okay, that were street hookers, and I met some that were actually escorts. Okay, just because of the line of business that I was in. Okay, I used to manage a gentleman's club. Okay, so we had girls like this in and out all the time. All right. And yeah, most of them actually do. They can't do this thing straight. They can't do this thing sober. They gotta inebriate themselves somehow. Whether even if it's just fucking weed, you know, or getting drunk, or it's something, you know. It's fentanyl. G is a big one out there. Maybe not so much anymore. Okay, but things like that. You know, there's all sorts of shit. You know, back in my day, there was acid. You know, people used to do acid. You know, drop acid. And, you know, there's all sorts of shit out there. Cocaine. I mean, whatever. Blow. Whatever the fuck there is. Okay. There's always something that people do, you know. Yeah, it's you know, crystal meth, whatever. You know, and I've read books about women that did this lifestyle and stuff like that. And yeah, it's more realistic that a girl like this who makes her money off the street. Remember, this isn't some escort. This isn't some fucking phone number you call and the madam sends a girl to your fucking room. No, she pulls her clients off the fucking street, okay? Off the fucking street, okay? So no, it's like, yeah, girls like this, they would be, and she has no pimp to watch her back or anything like that, you know? So yeah, a girl like this, yeah, more likely would be hooked on something, some sort of controlled substance just to get through the day. You know, if nothing else, to get rid of the hunger pains, okay? Because, like I said, these girls don't even know where they're gonna fucking get their next meal, much less pay their rent, much less any of that shit, okay? They can't afford new clothes, they can't do any of that kind of stuff. They live day to day. It's a horrible existence, okay? And for most women, the only way you could fucking do that is if you were fucking self-medicating, you know, to numb the fucking depression, okay, of living that kind of a lifestyle, okay? Realistically, she would be doing that, but because this is fucking Julia Roberts and it's a Hollywood chick fucking flick, no, they're not gonna have that. She's gonna be the hooker with the heart of gold, you know? She's the one hooker that doesn't fucking have STDs, okay? That doesn't fucking hate men, that isn't a fucking drug addict, okay? That, you know, that's actually nice, you know, and caring. Get the fuck out of here. Oh my God. Oh my fucking God. Can you believe this bullshit? She's the nice one with the heart of gold. No. 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 All right. So that's going on here. Okay. The dental floss thing, okay? And she says, oh, well, you shouldn't neglect your gums, you know? And Ed tells her, you know, very few people surprise me. Well, then you're lucky, because most of them shock the hell out of me. You know, that kind of thing. And then he leaves, okay? Like I said, he stares at her for a while, and then he leaves, okay? So they end up watching I Love Lucy. Okay, well, actually, he's not really, he's on the phone talking to somebody. I think it's Philip, his business partner. But Vivian is laying down on her stomach on the floor, not sitting down on the couch. She's on the floor on the carpet. She's sitting down. Sorry, not laying down. Sitting down on the floor carpet. She has this little fucking, she calls it her little fucking carpet picnic. She basically grabbed a bunch of fucking hors d'oeuvres and shit from around the hotel room, like the nuts and stuff and the pretzels and shit. And she basically made this little picnic with the strawberries, and is watching I Love Lucy. Okay, and they're watching season 5, episode 23 of I Love Lucy, which was called Lucy's Italian Movie. Okay, yes, that's the one where she does the fucking grape stomping, where she uses her feet to stomp the grapes and gets to a fight with that other Italian woman. The fat Italian woman, they get into that fight in the grape pit, yeah, that's the one they're watching. Okay, I'm a big Lucy fan. I know my Lucy. Okay, yeah, so she's watching that, and she says she's never seen it before. Bull fucking shit, okay? Okay, everyone's seen all of that shit. Was free on regular TV, okay? The reruns were always playing when I was a little kid, okay? And I'm probably the same age as her, maybe a little bit younger. No, I am younger than her, sorry. She's older than me in this movie. So, yeah, so she's seen it. Okay, she's seen it. I Love Lucy. Okay, but she says she's never seen this episode. Bull fucking shit. Of course you have, but she loves it. Like she's not used to watching I Love Lucy apparently, because she's really getting into the episode. Like, oh my god, look at that, it's so funny. Like that shit's fucking 55 years old, and you're real. Well, okay, I guess back then it would have been 45 years old, but and she's really getting into it though. So hey, whatever. Okay, so yeah, so she's so that's going on here. She's watching it. She's eating her booze and her chips and stuff. Okay. And Ed's like, he finishes his phone call. And she's like, oh my God, so funny. Look, how come you're not laughing like I am? I love Lucy. He's like, I'm high on life. Can't you tell? He doesn't drink. He doesn't do drugs. He doesn't smoke. What do you do for fun, dude? You don't fuck either, because if you did, you would have fucked her already. Instead, you want to get to know her. You're not the fucking get to know her type of guy. Okay? He's not that kind of a guy. But for her, I guess he's gonna become one, right? Okay, so they're watching the grape stomping scene. Viv loves it, whatever. He stares at her. Now here's the thing that I thought was pretty good. It was a good scene in the movie. Okay, yes, there's some good stuff in here. There are some good stuff in here. Okay, there's a scene there where she's totally into this I Love Lucy episode, watching Lucy fight the other girl. Okay, in the grape pit, and she's just laughing up a storm, and she's drunk from the fucking champagne, and she's not used to this. She probably doesn't even have a TV in her fucking bullshit apartment, or bullshit hotel room that she shares with the other prostitute, Kit. Okay. And he can tell just by sitting there looking at her, he's just like studying her, just like, like a pet. Like a pet you just bought. You want to see what the pet does for the first time in your house. He's just studying her that way, looking at her that way, Like he's not used to this. He's not used to someone who gets such a fucking thrill out of watching I Love Lucy. Like that's like a big deal for her. Like that's not her normal thing. And for him, it's not even important. But to her, she's actually getting like legitimate entertainment from I Love Lucy. He's not used to that. Okay, so he's just sitting there looking at her watch I Love Lucy. Okay, and he takes now Vivian's just like watching it, and then she looks at him and she's like, that's her cue. And that was actually pretty good. That's the way you do it. Honestly, that was pretty good. Okay. Yes. I mean, me personally, yes, I have gone up to girls and just like started grabbing them. Hey, let's do something. I've done that too. Okay. But he does that without doing that. He just sits there like, and when she finally looks over at him, she finally gets his attention. She's like, she's having a good time, and she looks at him, and she can tell, which is good for her character. Okay, good for her character. She can tell, but just by him going like, just like that, she looks at him, and she knows what that look means. Okay, she knows. Okay, now it's business time. Okay, no, okay. He's the kind of guy that's fucking horny. Wants to fuck her, but he ain't gonna go up there and say, hey, I want to fuck you. Come on. Let's do this. He's not that kind of guy. He expects her to figure it out herself, which is kind of reverse, because women usually do that. It's like, women are all like, hey, you had the opportunity, you didn't take it. Well, that's because you didn't tell me. You didn't tell me. I should have to tell you that. See what I mean? Well, now he's doing it now. He's just And she sees that, oh, okay, now it's time to fuck. Okay, so now she takes that as her cue. She puts the fucking I Love Lucy on mute. She crawls up to him. She knees up to him. She doesn't get up. She just goes up to him. Starts taking off her clothes. It's Julia Roberts. She still got her fucking lingerie on. Okay, of course. She ain't gonna show her fucking naked body in this movie. Okay, and she starts moseying up to him. Okay, and I really like the fact that he doesn't have to tell her, hey, come over here. You know, she automatically looks at him, and he's giving her the fuck me eyes, and she gives him back the fuck me eyes. Because she knows, like, oh, okay, I was waiting for him to fucking get around to it, you know, which I thought was really good because it was nonverbal. It was nonverbal. I thought that was really good. That was really good filmmaking right there, you know, because that's a kind of a fantasy of mine, you know, as well. And this has happened to me before, just so you know, okay. But, you know, it was just like, you know, it was unsaid. Like, once she looks at him and she understands the way he's looking at her, she's like, okay, time to turn the fucking Lucy off. Okay, no, now we're gonna fuck. Okay, which I thought was cool. So she comes up to him and she's like, what? She's like, you know, what do you want? You know, he's like, I do everything, but I don't kiss on the mouth. Well, neither do I. You know, you know, she starts kissing him down here and shit, and I mean, she fucking blows him. We don't see it. We see his face, like, ooh, like, oh, that's some relief right there. Oh, yeah, yeah, just like that, which is realistic. She just goes straight for it, man. None of this, like, oh, you have to eat me out first. None of that bullshit. Not in this movie. Hey, bitch, you already got paid. He did his part. You do yours. You didn't come up here to watch I Love Lucy and drink fucking champagne, did you? Come on. It sucks that they don't show, but I get it. You know, it's they can't show that in a movie. This is before streaming. Okay. So she fucking blows him. She blows him. Yeah. She fucking takes that pole right in her fucking big ass mouth of hers. I'm sure there's plenty of room in there. She's gonna fit some more in there too. That fucking mouth of hers. Anyway, so that's going on. Yeah, she blows him. You know, which I thought it was, and I will admit that this scene did turn me on a bit because, like I said, it was the nonverbal thing that turned me on. Okay, it was the wordless communication. You know, that look that she gives him when she realizes that he's looking at her, and he's not looking at her like he's not looking at her like an animal or like a pet. You know, he's looking at her like the way a man looks at a woman, and she totally picked up on that. She didn't say anything like, "Hey, what's with you?" She didn't say any of that shit, which is something like a fucking a normal girl would do. Okay, she's just like, you know, like she gets it. She gets it. You know, I thought that was sexy. I wish more women would do that. Honestly, you know, would just pick up on those nonverbal cues. You know. Because that, to me, that was sexy, okay? And then she starts taking, she knows what's going on here. This is, like I said, this has happened to me before, you know. I remember this one, I ain't gonna say her name, but I remember this one time I was in my closet and I was going through my clothes and my girlfriend came up to me, you know, just to see how I was doing. I looked at her and she could tell immediately the way I looked at her when we made eye contact that like we were gonna smash. Okay, like I was saying, like, boom, stop everything and we're doing it right now. And that's what this was like. Kind of reminded me of that. So you know, yeah, oh yeah, okay, damn. But yeah, that was a good scene though. The movie wasn't totally bad, but this was a good scene. All right. Anyway. So that goes on here. The next scene we have is him showering. Of course, he's got to wash the fucking herpes off of his fucking dick and shit. You know, yeah. Who knows? Who wants to know where that mouth has been? Right? Jason Patrick. Right. Oh, by the way, a side note here that you probably did not know. The actor Dylan McDermott. Do you even know who that is, Dylan McDermott? Okay, well, he's a TV actor. He was on American Horror Story recently. He's done a lot of movies. I just saw him recently in Olympus Has Fallen. He was the the Secret Service guy that became a traitor, you know, that fought fucking Gerard Butler and all that kind of stuff. He was in this chick flick that I'm going to have to review called Till There Was You. That was with Sarah Jessica Parker. Okay. Dylan McDermott, if you look him up, okay, back then in 1990, he was kind of a struggling actor, but he was Julie Roberts' official boyfriend at this time when this movie was being made. And obviously, Richard Gere is a more successful actor than he is. Still is, I think. Okay. But Dylan McDermott at this time was in fucking, I think he was in Arabia or Morocco filming this god-awful movie called fucking, what the fuck was it called? It was a Terminator fucking ripoff movie. Okay. It was a piece of shit. I don't remember Hardware. It was called Hardware. It was directed by Richard Stanley, the guy that fucking infamously directed The Island of Dr. Moreau with Marlon Brando and Val Kilmer. Yeah, and then got fired while they were making that movie, and then he hid inside the cast and disguised himself as one of the fucking animal people. Yeah, that guy, Richard Stanley. Anyway, he made this movie called Hardware, which was a complete ripoff of fucking Terminator. Okay, and my dumb ass went to the theater to go see it in 1990. It was one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my life. It was so fucking bad. But he was filming that movie in Morocco. But he was still communicating with his girlfriend, Julie Roberts, who obviously was in LA filming this movie. Okay, and he heard a rumor that Julie Roberts and Richard Gere were method acting, if you know what I mean. Okay, he left the fucking set. He hopped on a plane and went straight over there to the set of this movie to make sure his girl was not fucking Richard Gere. Okay. Yeah. And it turns out that she was not fucking him, I think. She was actually fucking Kiefer Sutherland. So yeah, they broke up. Well, come on. After this movie came out, she became a big movie star. She ain't gonna date some fucking lowly... I mean, his movie, Hardware, and then her movie, big fucking difference. Big fucking difference in how much money those movies made, okay? Big fucking difference. I love cheesy sci-fi movies. I do. I mean, a Terminator ripoff movie is not below me. I did go see it, okay? This movie is so fucking bad that I remembered it. I remembered going to the theater to see this piece of fucking shit. Yeah, that's how bad it was, okay? Watch it sometime. Hardware. Oh my God, from 1990. Terrible, terrible fucking movie. All right. Anyway, so that happened on the set, okay? So that's going on, okay? So he washes all the AIDS off of his body in the shower. He comes out of the shower. He's got his fucking his robe on. You know, it looks like Vivian's already passed out. She put her wig on the couch end. You know, she's passed out on the is it the bed? Yeah, I think it's the bed. She's passed out on. And he looks over her and she's got long fucking brown perm. Okay, she has a big fucking perm, which was very popular, unfortunately, in the 80s. Okay, that's her real hair. Is brown. She's a brunette with long fucking permed hair. Curly hair, okay? That's what she really looks like. And I hear when he fucked her and he didn't even know that. Like, he's legitimately shocked that's her real hair. How do you fit all that fucking hair into that little fucking blonde bob? I don't fucking know. But he realized that and he's kind of shocked about it, okay? All right, so that's going on here. And then I guess he goes to get some sleep. All right, whatever. Boom. Okay, so this concludes part 4 of my review of Pretty Woman. And I'll be back very shortly with part 5. I will see you soon on the next one, and thank you for watching this long.